I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Hi, I'm Luke Ryan for JOBLO.com and welcome to Top 5 Movie Mistakes. Whether it's Saving Private Ryan or whether it's 1941, in every movie, somewhere along the way, someone has screwed up. Now, we've covered many Steven Spielberg classics in Top 5 Movie Mistakes over the years, from Jurassic Park to Ready Player One, and recently E.T., but this episode is focused on perhaps the most mistake-heavy film in Spielberg's entire filmography, Raiders of the Lost Ark. It all started to come together in the summer of 1977, when George Lucas was taking a vacation in Hawaii, escaping from the release of Star Wars. Steven Spielberg just happened to be there too, and told George that he was contemplating making a James Bond movie. George told him he had an idea for a film that was much better than James Bond, and outlined his vision for the adventures of Indiana Smith. Spielberg loved it, changed Indy's surname to Jones, and the rest is history. A rousing adventure classic that took its cues from the serials of the 1930s and 40s. It's generally considered to be one of the greatest films of all time these days, but is it impervious to mistakes? Of course not. I didn't exactly bury the lead here. The trade-off, of course, is that you have a film with incredible action set pieces that were all done in camera for the most part, with no CGI, and in this kind of climate back in the 1980s, more slip-ups are bound to occur. There's honestly so many fun mistakes in Raiders they could fill 2 episodes, but for now, here's the best of the bunch. Number 5. One of the high points of Raiders is the truck chase, an outstanding action scene. Let's take a quick look at this fight that Indy has with the truck driver, and keep your eyes peeled for anything unusual. Did you catch it? Well, I don't think anyone would disagree when I say that the truck driver is very clearly blonde, right? And yet, when he throws Indy through the windshield, who is that? I mean, who is that? Because he clearly isn't the guy from the rest of the sequence, and he has anything but blonde hair. Alright, so the answer is he's the Stunt Man, and in the days of VHS maybe you wouldn't have caught this detail, and it's definitely a blink and you'll miss it moment, but come on, get a dude with blonde hair. It's pretty simple. Number 4. In the scene where Marion Ravenwood is looking at the headpiece amulet, notice how the chain is around her neck. Because suddenly, it isn't around her neck. Like, at all. It's one of those things you never notice until you do. And then you can't unsee it. What can I say except, you're welcome. Number 3. Near the beginning of the film, when Indiana is teaching at a college, one of the students is clearly showing signs of infatuation, shall we say. Look where she sat though, right by the window. Within seconds, not only has she moved over by 2 seats, but teacher's pet up here in the front with the apple on his desk has vanished completely. Where did he go? How did she move 2 seats? Why did she move over 2 seats? Oh wait, look. There he is. What? Right at the back. What is he doing? And boom, apple on the desk. What? Wait, okay. So they clearly set up the teacher's pet gag at the beginning by showing him sat right there. Maybe she moved seats just to facilitate this joke. You see him with the apple at the beginning of the scene, but more emphasis is placed on him leaving the apple on Indy's desk if he's the last person to leave, right? But if he stood up right at the front and waited for everyone else to leave, it would draw too much attention to the joke. It's a throwaway gag that's meant to make you chuckle and catch you off guard. So he was moved to the back of the room to make the gag work, and the eyelid chick was moved over. I mean, the audience isn't meant to be paying such close attention to where these people are sitting anyway, so did I just justify this mistake? Wait, no, but that means that they could have just put someone else in his place, not a background character we literally had full close-up focus on 2 seconds earlier. Moving her position makes no sense, and they clearly were actively thinking about the placement of the students. I'm gonna lose sleep on this one, I know it. Number 2. Take a look at this scene and see if you can spot anything amiss. So, when Marion gets into the cockpit, if you look closely in the reflection of the glass, yeah, you can very clearly see the crew, a blue van in the background, a ladder, and a crew member in a white shirt and a hat. I mean, as far as crew reflection mistakes go, it pretty much takes the Oscar. Number 1, back to the truck chase, which is just awesome, and you forgive the fact that they very clearly dug a line through the road for the beat where Indy climbs underneath the truck, because shit, that's a hairy stunt to pull off either way. But one revealing mistake that's an absolute all-timer comes when Indy is stuck on the front of the truck, and in this shot you can plainly see that he sat on a little seat. I mean, it's like a little child safety sidecar or something. There is something so amusing about seeing the rugged, tough as nails Indiana Jones displaying such grit and perseverance in this sequence, to then be shown in plain view sitting on a little safety seat. But hey, no one's perfect, right?